Have you ever lost your temper and instantly regretted it? Have you said words in anger that later kept you awake at night? What if there was a way to remain steady, calm, and in control no matter what life throws at you? Welcome to Stoic Blend, where ancient wisdom meets modern life. Today, we'll explore 5 unspoken rules of emotional control according to Stoicism. These timeless principles, drawn from Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, will help you master your inner world and face modern challenges, whether at work, at home, or in your relationships with calm strength. Rule 1. You are not your first reaction. Imagine this. You're in traffic on a Monday morning in New York. Someone cuts you off aggressively. Your first instinct might be anger, honking, yelling, maybe even chasing the driver. But the Stoics remind us, your first reaction is not who you are. Epictetus taught, it is not things themselves that disturb us, but our judgments about them. That moment of anger is just a spark, not a fire. Emotional control begins when you recognize the gap between the spark and your choice. In daily American life, maybe it's a stressful email from your boss, or a teenager rolling their eyes at you. Our first reaction is rarely our best. Emotional control means pausing, breathing, and choosing a wiser response. Ask yourself, do I want to be mastered by anger, or do I want to master myself? Rule 2. Train daily. Like an athlete of the mind, we go to the gym for our bodies. But how often do we train our minds? Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Emotional control is like muscle strength. It doesn't appear overnight. It's built through daily practice, reflection, journaling, meditation. Picture a corporate worker in Chicago. Every morning, she spends 5 minutes writing, what challenges might I face today, and how can I respond with reason instead of anger? Later, when a coworker criticizes her project unfairly, she feels the anger rise. But because she trained her mind that morning, she recognizes it, breathes, and responds calmly. In a world overloaded with notifications, social media outrage, and constant comparison, training for emotional control is essential. Without it, we are pulled like puppets by every text, every headline. With it, we stand firm. Rule 3. Control what's within. Let go of the rest. How many hours have you lost worrying about things you cannot change? The market crash, the weather, a spouse's bad mood. The Stoics gave us a simple but profound framework. The dichotomy of control. Some things are within our control. Our thoughts, choices, actions. Everything else, health, reputation, external events may be influenced but never fully controlled. Imagine a father in Texas whose teenage son makes a poor decision, skipping school, breaking curfew. The father feels anger boiling. Why would you do this to me? But then he remembers, I cannot control my son's choices. I can control only my response. Instead of yelling, he sits down and calmly explains consequences. This is emotional control in action, channeling energy where it matters. Seneca said, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. How often do we torment ourselves with what-ifs, instead of focusing on what is truly ours to direct? When you let go of what is not yours, you free yourself from endless frustration. Rule 4. Choose perspective before emotion. Every story has 2 sides. Every event can be told in different ways. The Stoics teach us to step back and ask, what story am I telling myself? Suppose you lose your job in Los Angeles. At first, fear and anger flood your mind. But another perspective says, this is a chance to grow, to redirect, to build resilience. Marcus Aurelius wrote, The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Emotional control doesn't mean you feel nothing. It means you choose the frame through which you interpret events. Even in daily annoyances, like a delayed flight at an American airport, you can choose. Is this an outrage? Or is this an opportunity to read, reflect, or simply practice patience? Your perspective is your power. Emotions will follow the story you choose. Rule 5. Practice silence over reaction. In the age of social media, silence feels unnatural. We want to respond immediately, to clap back, to prove a point. But Stoicism values silence. Epictetus advised, be silent for the most part, or say only what is necessary, and in few words. Emotional control often means choosing not to react at all. Think of an online argument. Someone insults you on Facebook or Twitter. You feel the fire rising. But does replying bring peace or just more fuel to the fire? Sometimes the strongest response is no response. Picture a heated family Thanksgiving dinner in the U.S. An uncle makes a political jab. Instead of shouting back, you pause, smile, and change the subject. Silence preserves peace, protects relationships, and shows strength. Silence is not weakness. It is mastery. It proves that your emotions do not control you. You control them. Recap and reflection. Let's pause and recap the 5 unspoken rules of emotional control according to Stoicism. 1. You are not your first reaction. 2. Train daily like an athlete of the mind. 3. Control what's within, let go of the rest. 4. Choose perspective before emotion. 5. Practice silence over reaction. These rules are not abstract, they are tools for modern life. Whether facing workplace stress, family conflicts, financial uncertainty, or digital overload, emotional control is the compass that keeps you steady. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. So the question is, will you let anger, fear, or frustration control you, or will you choose to master yourself? If you found wisdom in today's video, remember to like, share, and subscribe to Stoic Blend. Your support helps us bring more ancient wisdom into modern life. And let me leave you with one final question to reflect on. Which of these 5 rules will you start practicing today to strengthen your own emotional control?